So increasingly tenants want to have pets in properties, and it's a bit of a problem for landlords because you may not be very comfortable with it. Landlords aren't obliged to allow pets in their property at the outset of the tenancy, so they can advertise properties as no pets, and they can refuse tenants who want to have pets. If a tenant has moved a pet in during the tenancy, then they are likely to be in breach of the tenancy, and the landlord could, in theory, seek possession. In practice, however, it's a discretionary ground for possession, and the court's going to treat it with some coolness. In fact, you would only get possession if it was a flat and there was a superior lease that had a no pets clause, and so you were put in breach of a superior obligation. That would be one reasonable way of resolving it. Or if you had a really cast iron reason why you shouldn't have pets in your property. So a classic example would be, I've rented out property that is in fact my own home, which I intend to return to, and I have a medically provable severe allergy to pet hair, for example. Other than that, it's quite difficult to get judges to evict tenants who breach no pets clauses, because the judge not unreasonably says, well, this is a person's home. What damage is being done that is so serious that can't be resolved by use of deposits and other claims that I should throw them out of their home? Now, whenever I say this, my usual response that I hear from landlords is, what's the point of having anything in the tenancy agreement then? But obviously, if you have a no pets clause and the tenant breaches it and damages the property, then that justifies deductions from the deposit. If you don't have a no pets clause and the tenant has pets, you ain't going to be getting deductions from the deposit in respect of pet damage, unless it's above fair wear and tear. And if you allow pets in your property, then the scope of fair wear and tear is inevitably extended. So it's important to bear that in mind. So if you are going to be doing the pets, good quality inventory, clear obligations in the agreement, a clear assessment if it's breached as to whether or not the pet is actually causing you a major problem. If you want to give permission for pets, then you might want to ask for a higher deposit, although you should bear in mind the government is looking to restrict deposits to a maximum of 6 weeks, which I suspect is likely to mean that fewer landlords are going to accept pets.